Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Del Mar Racetrack here on Saturday. It's the 23rd July 2022. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Del Mar, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the stakes action from Del Mar races 9 and 11. The ninth race, it is the Osunitas Stakes. It's going for a purse of $100,000. Races for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 12 horses entered, but only 11 will go because the 8 horse is a scratch, program scratch of the 8. So 11 will head to the Jimmy Durante turf course, the distance of ground of 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. 1,600 meters, 1 mile here in the Osunitas. My top selection, we're going to go take the number 7 horse here, Amy C. Let's go 7-2-4-6 in the superfecta. 7-2-4-6 super. Top selection, 7 horse Amy C. 4-year-old filly by Charming Thought. Phil D'Amato trains. Umberto Rispoli gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 18th of June at Santa Anita. 6.5 furlongs down the hillside turf course, an optional 100 claimer. And the horse won by a half a length. Had a good had a good stalking position all the way down the hill. He slowly moved his way up, quickened up nicely, came home very easily, 88 buyer. I thought it was a good race, cutting back and trip. Going to the mile trip here today, not the world's toughest race. I think the horse could really get a good race today. 2 back, the horse ran the 1st of May at Santa Anita, 1 mile into Wilshire, and the horse finished 4th by 3 lengths there. He just kind of stalked all the way around, a little bit wide, and, definitely need the race there. His horse's first start out west. Most previous start was under the care of Chad Brown at Saratoga. It's 26th of August, 1 mile inner turf course and the risk averse, and the horse finished 5th by 6.5 lengths that day. Was very, very wide and just never got into it. You could say for the same race before in the Lake George Saratoga last summer, 23rd July, 1 mile, the horse finished 6th by 3.5 lengths. Again, stupidly wide, never really could keep up. The stablemate technical analysis really ran great. But before then, the North America debut at Belmont, mile 16th and optional 80, winning by a half a length, coming back from nowhere, even after a horrible beginning where the horse had squeezed back. I thought she went quite nicely. If she could show that run today, she could definitely win. At 5-1, she's training nicely at Santa Anita. I'll give her a shot. To recount my selection for the 9th from Del Mar, it's the Osunitas. Let's take the 7 horse Amy C. 7-2-4-6 in the superfecta. The nightcap, the 11th race from Del Mar. It's to feature San Clemente Stakes. It's a Grade 2 event going for a purse of $200,000. Races for 3-year-old fillies. We have a field of 13 horses entered, but the 7 horse is a scratch, so we'll be down to a field of 12 horses going to the turf course, the distance of ground again of 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. 1,600 meters, 1 mile here in the San Clemente. Top selection, I'm going to go with the number 4 horse here, who is Tesare. I'm going to go 4-8-2-6 in the superfecta. 4-8-2-6 super. Top selection of 4 horse Tesare. 3-year-old filly by Bated Breath. Peter Miller trains 1. Ramon Vasquez gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 27th of November here at Del Mar. 1 mile in the Grade 3 Jimmy Durante Stakes. And the horse went by a nose that day and had, a horrible beginning that day. Had to steady a few times on this very tight turf course around the far turn. But the horse got there in the nick of time. He showed potential late. All around good race. Coming here back to Del Mar, off the bench. I'm going to give this horse a shot here today. 2 back, the horse ran the 4th of November at Del Mar, 1 mile in the main special weight, 70,000, and the horse went by a length. And again, didn't break all that well. Had a little bit of a trouble trip around the turn, but when this horse found clear running room, he got the job done. A very good race, first start stateside, and then prior to that in a maiden race at Carlisle in the UK. Good ground, 6 furlongs, 18th of August. The horse finished 3rd by 3/4 of a length that day, and the horse just kind of stalked all the way down the race course. Could never quicken up, but definitely not a 6 furlong horse. Definitely wants to go the mile, and then a new market before then, the July course, 7th of August, 7 furlongs in the main race. The horse finished 3rd by 1/3 lengths that day, and just couldn't get there late. Definitely need the race for the experience. Definitely improved since coming to the States. Training well, San Luis Rey. I'll give this horse a shot. I think you also have to give a shot to the 8 horse Island of Love for Phil D'Amato. Most recently in the honeymoon, the horse finished 2nd by 1/4 lengths and just missed. Sat a little bit too close to that wicked pace. But if the horse can run like the race she ran and won in the Senorita, she could definitely get a good trip here today. She's definitely been on the improves. She has some quick buyers. At 5-1, I'll give her a shot also. But to recount my selection for the 11th from Del Mar, it's the Grade 2 San Clemente. Let's take the 4 horse Tesare. Give kudos to the 8 horse Island of Love. 4-8-2-6 super. 4-8 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.